think that's worth a while checking out. We talked about how we get our music, and so you know, there's basically buy from artists directly was one of the things that came up, and sometimes buy from labels. During that at their concerts, some of us said we don't buy music, we steal it. Streaming music, a lot of us seem to be using the social networking sites like TikTok, etc., and of course, internet radio. Some of us get music as gifts or promos, and you know, we shop either. Some people still shop at physical shops, which I think is great, and some people buy online. So those are kind of like how we get music. We want to get a feel for things. The general gist, though, is that people want to pay for music. Oh my God, our discussion, and we don't know exactly why that is, but it seems to be. So then we went through, okay. What are the things that could be interesting about like making music? Of course, there's like traditional bands. There is this kind of music happening where people are actually not making music, but they're kind of performing it with the whole rock band, guitar hero thing. There's also mobile and non-mobile ways of kind of playing music with new instruments like taking the iPhone Touch, that's cool. Touch screen-based instruments you can play with. There's apps you can download, so we talk about that. They're kind of like games, but they're not creating new content, and it's kind of cool. And we talk about remix, DJs, mashups, the whole taking existing content and something new with it. And finally, later on, we have the whole indie production through the important thing that most bands nowadays either self-produce or go with a DJ label. So that is about some business models. I'm going to move over here so you guys can see some better. So things we're talking about, we're trying to narrow it down to 3 that we think might be most exciting. But I'm going to go through them all quickly. So traditionally, you know, it's all done through labels, and you know, kind of rejected that model. Think it's dead. I think it's been dead for about 20 years myself. Right? Of course, you know, there's also the whole public performance royalties thing, where even if you're a coffee shop owner, you're not have to pay royalties to people for just your employees. That's one thing we think is a mistake. Sorry about that.